Hi everyone, I'm Helen and welcome back to my beauty channel with a scientific twist. In my last video I introduced myself and let you know the kinds of things that I want to do with my channel. I'll link that video down below and in the eye. Please do go back and watch it, you'll get a better idea of what I'm trying to achieve. But in this video, I'm going to explain the first experiment that I have planned, and that is to look at the pigmentation of eyeshadows. So if you're interested in the experiments that I have planned, then please stay tuned. So I've been taking my eyeshadows into the laboratory with me and analysing them using a machine called a uv-vis spectrometer. Now, a uv-vis spectrometer takes white light and splits it into all of the different colours that we can see with our eyes in exactly the same way as when you see a rainbow outside. The machine then takes these colours individually and shines them onto a sample one by one. Now, broadly speaking, three different things can happen when light shines onto a surface. One thing that can happen is the light can be transmitted. If we think about eyeshadow on our eyes, that would mean that the light would go straight through the eyeshadow and down onto our skin. The second thing that can happen is that the light can be absorbed by a pigment in the eyeshadow. Or a third thing that can happen is that the light can be reflected off of the makeup, and it's this reflected light that bounces off of the surface and into the eyes of somebody who's looking at your makeup. As the uv-vis spectrometer shines each different colour of light onto the eyeshadow, it measures how much of that light is reflected back off of the eyeshadow. So it measures what somebody's eye would see if they were looking at you when you were wearing that eyeshadow. And so I can very precisely tell the exact colour of the eyeshadow and how intense the pigmentation is. So I thought the ideal experiment to do with this machine is to take a really high-end, expensive eyeshadow palette and compare the colour of the shadows and the pigmentation to drugstore dupes. The first palette that I tested is what I think is the most iconic eyeshadow palette here on YouTube. But I want to find out if you guys think of the same palette as I do when I say the most iconic eyeshadow palette here on YouTube. So if you wouldn't mind taking a second to comment down below, let me know what palette do you think I tested against its drugstore dupes for my first experiment. And I'm also interested in finding out what other palettes you want comparing to their drugstore dupes. So if you've got any ideas of palettes that you really want comparing to one another, then comment those down below as well. So that's about all I've got for you today. If you're excited about the results from these experiments, then please subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification bell. Also go over to my Instagram and follow me there. I'm Helen the Chemist over there as well. I'll post some more things about being in the lab and give a little bit more information than I'll have time to do here. Thank you so much for watching, lots of love, and I'll see you in my next video.